So, what are we gonna do tonight, O.C.G?
Why, same thing we try to do every night, Bertrum. Take over the world. I mean, Twitch. Take over Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant / factotum Bertrum, and this is my review for Just Cause 4. Now my friends, Just Cause 4 was released in 2018 for the PlayStation 4 and is, unsurprisingly, the sequel to Just Cause 3, which was, unremarkably, the sequel to Just Cause 2, which was, unironically, the sequel to Just Cause. Now in this game, we once again find ourselves playing as part adrenaline junkie, part Benicio del Toro, and part madman Rico Rodriguez, a name which sounds like the name of someone who should be the head of a Mexican drug cartel, or a Breaking Bad villain, or both. And yes, before you ask, this is yet another game where your character's accent is thicker than Paris Hilton.
I made a mixtape.
This time, Rico is up against a madman who can control the weather. More on that later. And once again, the Black Hand. Enemies you might remember from the previous Just Cause games. No, dear viewer, when I first heard the term Black Hand, I thought it was a very bad skin condition. In fact, I was about to call up the man who amputated my third testicle and recommend that he visits Espinosa. But then I realized that the Black Hand is just another name for military group.
Sure about this, Rico?
Now, if you have played any of the Just Cause games before, then you know exactly what you'll be doing in this game. And indeed, if it is a game for you, you can expect to once again slaughter countless soldiers, blow up countless buildings, and fiddle with countless settings to try and understand Rico's accent. But unless he used the word taco, burrito, or cocaine, I struggle to understand a single word he said. Rico probably fancies himself as PlayStation's poster boy, but that honor goes to Mr. Nathan Drake. Something tells me Drake himself inspired the developers of Just Cause. Not only because Rico is as charming, witty, well-endowed, and heroic as Nathan Drake, but also because there is an entire questline in this game that sees Rico having to search hidden tombs for ancient statues. In another weird twist of fate, Square Enix, who published these games, just so happened to also publish the Tomb Raider games. Coincidence? Ha, I think not. Now, of course, I would never go so far as to say that the developers of Just Cause modeled Rico after Lara Croft. For a start, Rico does not have breasts. At least, not ones that I personally wish to stare at.
To do my worst.
Sorry, Lara Croft just walked in and I couldn't help but stare. And secondly, Rico is a man, and Lara Croft for the moment anyway, is a woman. I say for the moment because no doubt in a few years' time, some uptight fart at Square Enix is going to decide we need a transgender Lara Croft because he just discovered that very morning that his football playing, whiskey drinking son Michael has just been for gender reassignment surgery and exchanged his twig for a twat.
Not for long.
And that
Sheldon,
uptight
me.
fart at Square Enix has to prove to his child that he's okay with the fact he will now have to call them Michelle.
Rico, I've got 2 breakers.
Where the
down
hell
there.
was I?
I'll get them.
Oh yes. Now I remember. So, once again, as Rico, we're now back to the game. I've done that little comedy skit bit. As Rico, we must blow shit up. Which I suggest you do hypothetically, not literally. Have you ever blown shit up in real life? What a mess, and don't even get me started on the smell. Now, dear viewer, this is an open world game. Not to be confused with Prostitute Simulator 2021, which is an open all hours game. Now, the structure of Just Cause 4 is pretty much the same as something like Far Cry. Do missions for various characters, unlock parts of the map and other missions. Do those missions unlock more of the map, etc., etc. It's not rocket science. For the 4 of you out there who maybe thought it was. Now, the missions themselves will be anything from destroying an enemy base, to searching through a tomb, to destroying generators, to defending your allies, to infiltrating Neverland Ranch. Maybe not that last one, but most of the missions are ones you are going to have done thousands of times before in thousands of different games. I say thousands, but that's only because I like to exaggerate. I mean, just ask my 32 ex-wives. Now, if you so choose, you can drive to each of your missions/objectives, but why do that when you can go in style? And no, I do not mean by limousine or Batmobile. You see, you can use your wingsuits to essentially fly. Well, glides all over the place. Or you can do what I did. Order a helicopter via supply drop and fly everywhere. 'Twas definitely the quickest way to get around. Though, I can't deny traveling via Batmobile would have been nice too. Now, I mentioned earlier that the villain can control the weather, but let me be more specific. The villain in this game, Espinosa, has a weapon that in fact controls lightning. Now, Sean Connery, may he rest in peace, or not, depending on if the stories about spousal abuse are true or not, but anyway, Sir Connery, Sean Connery, Sir Sean Connery, whatever the hell his name is, as Sir August de Winter in the 1990s film The Avengers, also had a weapon that could control the weather. Who knew the makers of Just Cause would decide to rip off, borrow, from such an amazing film? I say amazing, but what I really mean is so excruciatingly bad that I want to cover myself in fish guts and ketchup and go and find the nearest great white shark. Now, My
Not
only
because
real
it needs to
gripe
work.
with the game,
If I knew
just
it,
cause 4 that is, if you're
We're diving
keeping
new.
up, is certain missions where you are on
Where
a
is this?
timer. So, for
will be here by
example, crash 10
Sure, he's
vehicles
ready for
into
all
the
these
water,
just yet.
activate 5 generators,
Big
blah blah blah. The main problem being that most of
everything I
these
asked for?
things
Well,
are
okay,
spaced
focus on
out
the
all
camera.
over the bloody
Yes.
place,
Image console.
so
Say
it's
something. All
difficult
the
to
gear
get
you
to each in
requested is
turn
good to go.
before you run out of time. As any of you who have played this game will attest,
I'm not so sure.
getting around can be... How do I put
Sounds
this?
good to me.
Let's say it can be tricky at times. Nope. Let's say
Okay.
it can be
You've
a
never flown
little cumbersome. Nope.
taking a
Let's
seat to
say
adjust to the
it's a
pendulum effect.
pain in the backside. Nope. Let's say if I ever have to do anything to a timer again,
Guys,
I
the
am going to
broadcaster's
go
heading
on a
up road
killing
traffic.
spree
Be careful.
and then kill
Are they going to
myself.
shoot at us?
I've had to throw my
What if
alarm
I have
clock
anything to
away,
say about
as you can imagine. Now, like all the other Just Cause games, Just Cause 4 is a lot of fun. And while it doesn't do anything new with the open world action genre, it still comes recommended by yours truly. And as we all know, that's the only opinion that counts. Therefore, I am going to give Just Cause 4 a 7 out of 10.
When you see an alien
Well,
spacecraft during a routine flight and you
there
report
you
it,
have
but
it,
they don't
ladies
listen, so
and
you divert your
gentlemen.
flights to get photos,
My
and you show
review
them
for
photos, but they
Just
still say you're
Cause
insane.
4.
Well,
If you've enjoyed this little review of
get
mine,
fired.
don't forget to give me a thumbs up.
you get fired.
If you haven't enjoyed it so much,
Once we
well then,
catch that
feel free
tornado
to
and
give
pin
me a
down
thumbs
this spacecraft
down.
inside, and
Don't
the whole
forget
world
to
knows
hit that
Espinosa's
like,
an alien. That
subscribe,
will seal us
bell button thingy. Feel
fix
free
it.
to jump over to my Twitch channel. It is bloody hilarious. But remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
See, I'll take care of it.